What's going on, my fellow rock and rollers? Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to be notified every time I put out a new video on my channel. I want to thank one of my subscribers for suggesting this story, which I hadn't previously heard. I had previously done a video about Lou Reed being called by some the first rock star to sell out, when he not only licensed a song of his to a Honda scooter commercial, but also appeared in the ad as well. Well, it turns out that almost 20 years prior to the Lou Reed commercial, the Rolling Stones had done a commercial for Rice Krispies cereal. This happened shortly after the band formed in either 1963 or 1964. How did this happen, and why was it only confirmed a few years ago? Stay tuned to find out the full story. Nowadays, no one bats an eye at artists selling out. Whether it's commercials, movies, music, or partnering with brands to sponsor tours, it's all part of being a musician these days. Record sales have dried up, and musicians have to rely more on touring and other ways of making money. And one of the most lucrative ways for musicians to make money these days is owning their own publishing and licensing their music. Just to give you an idea of how lucrative owning your own publishing and licensing can be for big bands, the Rolling Stones were paid a reported $1.5 million by Mercedes to use the song Sympathy for the Devil in a 2013 Super Bowl ad. Stuff like this, though, wasn't as common decades earlier. A few years after forming, the Rolling Stones had some popularity in the UK, but they hadn't yet broken big in America, and that wouldn't happen until their huge hit single Satisfaction, which would be released in 1965. There had been a video floating around the internet for some years of a commercial set to be from either 1963 or 1964 of a Rice Krispies commercial featuring the unmistakable sound of the Rolling Stones, but it wasn't until August of 2016 the video caught steam. A number of media outlets picked up on it, and some people thought it was an internet hoax. Here's the commercial.
Wake up in the morning, there's a snap around the place. Wake up in the morning, there's a crackle in your face. Wake up in the morning, there's a pop that really says Rice Krispies to you, and you, and you. Pour on the milk and listen to the snap that says it's nice. Pour on the milk and listen to the crackle of that rice. Get up in the morning to the pop that says it's rice. Hear them talking Rice Krispies.
Investigative website Snopes.com contacted Kellogg's Rice Krispies parent company, who confirmed the authenticity of the commercial, putting out the statement, "We can confirm that the ad was done by our advertising agency J.W. Thompson for Kellogg's Great Britain in 1964, and it is titled Juke Box." So what's the story behind the ad? Well, the commercial only aired in the UK, so audiences in America and the rest of the world were mostly oblivious to it until it surfaced online a few years ago. Former member Brian Jones wrote the song that can be heard in the commercial, and the band was allegedly paid around £400 for their services. Adjusted for inflation, that amounts to about $5,000 US in today's money. If any one of you are fans of the TV show Mad Men, there's an episode where Don Draper, played by Jon Hamm, makes reference to the Stones and the commercial. In the episode, Draper attempts to secure the Stones for a Heinz baked bean commercial, and even makes mention of the cereal commercial to a young Stones fan. The visuals in the commercial were supposed to be a parody of a UK game show called Juke Box Jury, in which a celebrity panel listens to new rock singles and have to predict whether they would be hits or not. And Rice Krispies, for their part, would debut in 1928, with the words Snap, Crackle, Pop first appearing in the company's print advertising the following year, but the trio of characters wouldn't appear until 1933. That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Rock and Roll True Stories. Take care.